Good morning. My name is Kelly Bowker. Welcome to my channel, Present Moment Magic, where we practice tips and techniques and intentions to make the magic happen. And that really is what this channel is about and what my journey on this earth is about. Every day brings something new. So welcome. And we are on our walk this morning, and I'm feeling really good about that. That my intention and attention around exercise, I think, has begun to shift when I put it into the universe's hands and just said that my goal and my intention is to be healthy and strong as I age. And I have an event today where I have people coming to my house. I'm doing a retreat. It's the first one. So, really, there should be some nerves, and I suppose there are some. But I got the impulse to come for my walk, and I thought, you know what? I have plenty of time. This is what I'm going to do. And then I got the impulse to dig you guys out and bring you along with me because I want to talk about allowing. And so, as I have been creating this event, organizing, it's a better word, I guess, putting it into play, I'm a teacher, and teachers are trained to have lesson plans and agendas and goal setting and all that kind of thing. But the universe is teaching me that that is not the way that we create the best. That when we just set our intention for, like I set my intention for strength, then the universe is going to bring the things to us that are going to give us what our intention is. And so my intention for today is to be of service to the beautiful ladies who are coming and to be a conduit of whatever the universe has for each of them as a message, as insights, upliftment, whatever it is that's needed. So I don't have an agenda. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to connect my energy, which I think is a skill that we all need to practice daily, connecting our energy, knowing that our energy is in our physical apparatus, our human body, and acknowledging that, just knowing it, even if you don't feel it. And so then you just take some breaths. And you know that there's the energy of your blood flowing through your vessels, and there's the energy of the electrical system of our body and the nervous system of our body. So we know that things are moving. So even if we just have that earthly knowing that our body is creating and that there's systems and things going on, all of that is energy. So if you just take that breath in with the intention of connecting to your own energy, and then you breathe it out, and then you breathe it in, and then you breathe it out. That's the first step to connecting with your energy. But then if you want to take it to the next level, my angels, I think all of you know that I've written 2 books, and my second book is called Establishing Your Frequency. It's available on Amazon if you're interested. In the last third of my book, a group of angels decided to come in. Yeah, that's a sentence you think you're going to say all in your lifetime. But a group of angels came through and identified themselves as the angels of the chakra system. And one angel built on the other in the chapters that they brought in. And the finished culmination of them all, I guess to say, is a knowing around that our energy flows in patterns and that we are connected to cosmic energy and we are connected to earth energy and the infiniteness that are both of those things. And the energy flows in the infinity sign, or figure 8. And the cross of the figure 8 is within our system, our energy bubble, if you will. And our energy bubble is made up of the energy of the chakra system. And so if we have a blockage or a snag in one of our energy systems, then that flow that is coming through that chakra, needs attention. And we can, with our intention, facilitate that. And so just knowing that our energy flows to infinity, to the cosmos, and while it's traveling up, it is releasing anything that doesn't serve us. It is gathering anything that we need, and it is transforming anything that is able to be transformed for our highest good, for our best life. And it goes through the darkness to the stars, and it loops, and it travels back to us, and it comes through our chakra system. And it goes through, and it does all those three things. It deposits, it gathers, and it transmutes within our system. And then it travels down to Mother Earth, and it does that same thing. It gathers, it releases, and it transmutes for our highest good. And when we set our intention and then add our breath to that, and then on top of that, we can add some physical movement to that. And then on top of that, they're teaching me we can add sound on top of that. We are giving it the power and it's like they put into one of my downloads, it's like taking 110 and turning it into 220. I asked my guides once, does this system run all the time for people that have no idea about it? And they said, absolutely, yes. It absolutely does. It is part of being human. The chakra system, my angels told me, were a gift to humans in order to manage the emotional continuum on this earth that we have to deal with, that we agree to when we come forward to become human. And so the chakra system is here to help. So to help, you think about that, and I asked, how, what does it do? Excuse me just a minute. And what they said was that if we've all heard about energy being stored in our bodies, and that we hold things and we hang on to things and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm beginning to really truly understand is that we could have stuck energy, even potentially from other lifetimes, other incarnations, other timelines, other realms. Hold on just a second. What are you doing? You're going to eat me? Go on, Maple. Hi, dear. It's all a big family here. So okay, where was I? So the energy serves us in lots and lots of ways, but if we are holding things, or if we have even picked up throughout our day through interactions with others, or walking through a store, we can pick up energy. Suzanne Giesman this morning was talking about fields of energy, and how they all overlap, and how our field of energy is how we connect to the all. That's how mediums do mediumship work, and channels do channeling work. We connect into that web that connects everything, because we are all one. Unity consciousness, oneness consciousness. So when we do strategies, tips and tricks and methods and all of this kind of thing, when we do those kinds of things, we are facilitating this system that they've given us. And when something just as simple, and I do it as often as I can think to do it, as taking that breath, intentionally connecting to the energy system of your own body. And I have to take 2 or 3 breaths before I feel it I guess a good word would be activated. It's like I just breathe. I breathe a few times, then I breathe green and I breathe into my heart because green is the color of the heart chakra. And I breathe that until I start to feel. And I think you all will feel that same thing. Breathe until you start to feel that connection, that awareness, that hum, whatever it is for each individual. You breathe it just in and out on this plane for that amount of time until you feel that connection. Then you take that big breath and you send it up. And in your mind, travel with it, travel past the stars, into the darkness, into the infinity, with that intention and knowing that it is doing exactly what it needs to do for our highest good. When we put that energy of that, our conscious energy with it, it's just magnifying the it's awesome. I mean, it's just awesome. And so then in your mind, it travels up and you may breathe it back down. And then you send it down to Mother Earth and you let it cycle into Mother Earth. And then if you can be visual and you can really get three-dimensional, we're trying to get out of 3D, but three-dimensional in your thinking, excuse me, start seeing as you just breathe energy, start seeing the loops are coming out horizontally. The loops are going at an angle. The loops are coming up and down. They're coming infinite amount of ways. They are just traveling and you are breathing that energy and moving that energy. And it just feels so awesome. And with your intention, you are releasing anything that no longer serves you, whatever can be released at this time for my highest good. I release to the cosmic, knowing that is taking care of me, my guides, my angels, my team in non-physical and physical. Put it right out there. Just breathe it, breathe it, breathe it. And it just starts the day in such a wonderful, wonderful way. I honestly, I can't even describe to you what a difference this has been. And when we add into that to calling back our energy that is ours as we're breathing, after we have let all of that, I almost feel like it's a purification, letting all that purification happen. And then you just ask any energies that I have lost along my way, bring them back to me for my highest good at this time. And just breathe it in to your core and know that it's coming, your energy is coming back. And I think it was Angel Gabriel, I think it was Angel Gabriel who said in my book that we should do that like brushing your teeth every morning. And it doesn't have to be a great big long thing. If you're sitting and you're talking with somebody and you can feel your grump coming on, in your mind, I will just breathe. It's almost like I just breathe it. All of those lines, I breathe them in and then breathe them out. And just seeing in my mind's eye like I'm a huge starburst with energy coming out in every direction, connecting me to what I need in the present moment. And I just do it while they're talking. I just take a breath through my nose, no big deal. And I breathe it out. But in my mind, I'm being intentional. And then what they're saying has very little effect. Now, does it work every time? Am I able to do that every time? Of course not. I'm human and just like everybody else. But my guides give me these strategies, excuse me, and I just want to share them. I want to, if it's a help to one more person, that's awesome, So, and then I just to talk another minute about not planning my day and the natural unfolding. I'm wondering if you all had a chance to watch what's her name? Was it Sarah Landon on Next Level Soul? And it would be her third time she's been on. And she brings through the council, I think it's called. And excuse me. It was all about manifesting. It was phenomenal. It really took things to the next level. And as she was talking, my guides were just dancing in my head because they're all one. we non-physical is coming through those who can allow them to, in order to spread the word so that more and more and more people are going to be able to allow it. Because that's how we're turning the frequency of our planet up. That's how we are transforming this world that we live in. And I can't even tell you how incredible it is. Sarah speaks of these years between 2023 and 2027, I think she said. I'm not 100% sure. I'm terrible with numbers. But that her guides have said that is like a window in time of transformation, and that things are happening, and that we all have a part in that, guys. Even if you're sitting at your desk working, or you're digging a ditch somewhere, or cleaning a damn toilet, whatever it is that you're doing, we all do all those things. Whatever it is that you're doing, if in a moment you can just send a breath out to the cosmos with intentional connection. It could be just, thank you for this day. Thank you that I'm alive. Thank you that I can breathe, that I can sit up, that I can use this shovel, etc. Gratitude is a beautiful bridge to our higher self. Love, if you can just radiate love. Another wonderful strategy that they have given me to answer people when I'm doing my one-on-ones with people, and they often will ask, how do I develop this within myself? And I say, start by learning to identify that energy connection. When you drop into your heart and you think of anything, think of your favorite grandma, think of your puppy, think of your baby when it was first set in your arms, whatever it is that you can, I can look out at my lake at a sunset and my heart just swells, that feeling of just love just in my chest. When you identify that feeling, that is energy. That is the connection. That is it all. So feel it. Feel where it is. Feel the edges of it. Maybe see if you can expand it a little bit. See if you can move it down into your abdomen or up into your head. Learning to identify that energy and be aware of it and consciously, the word isn't control, but consciously interact with it. That is the beginning steps. And a lot of times people do that through meditation. That is when they are able to shut the crap off in their head enough to, to feel that feeling. But every time you do even any of that, my guides have told me that we are creating energetic threads that are going into building the bridge between us and the next, and across the veil. It goes into turning the light of the matrix that connects us all up, picturing that web that we're all connected, we're all interconnected. And so when we have these kinds of conversations, and we just are so grateful for, just being alive and living, and oh my goodness, I mean, I am so thankful for technology. My life, you guys, think about it. I live in a town of under 1,000 people, and I retired. Think about the generation before me, what their retirement was. It was their gardens and their yards and their reading books and watching TV. It's like, jeepers creepers, shoot me now. I now have this beautiful ability to connect. And when I'm doing this, it is like I'm sitting in a room, which I have done as a teacher, with 20, 30 people, and I'm connecting with all of you. Even though you haven't watched it yet, there's an energy to these videos that I've explained before, but I can't tell you how, I don't know, it's real. I don't know the right word for it. It is truly feeling that connection right now, just like if we were all sitting in a room together, touching hands, or just raising our hearts to the world, to the sky. So anyways, I just wanted to share that this morning wish me luck on my day. I know I don't need luck because I'm not going to do anything. My guides are going to do whatever is needed, and I'm just going to feed people and, and make them coffee. So that's my part in the day. And I'm setting my intention as well to, I'm going to do an online event coming up either next week or the week after. I've got to look at my calendar and do another Zoom event. So if it's something you're interested in, be watching on my website, not my website, but on Ellie Bowker Medium. I'll post it and probably put a little video out too. And those that draw it in will see it. So I guess that's all for now. One last thing, actually, I'm kind of gathering information about something. I had a person in my tribe who I call the people that I've met through this work and developed beautiful friendships with, who planted the seed with me of doing an in-person, like week-long retreat. So I'm starting to think about that, and I'm kind of thinking about September. So if you think that is something that you would be able to manage, that we'd stay in, I've got a house on the lake that we rent through VRBO, so I would just block out a week, and it's a log cabin right on the water. It's absolutely beautiful. Definitely rustic. I mean, but full plumbing and electricity and all that good stuff. But we live in the woods. What can I say? I mean, hey, look around. I live in the woods. I love it. I wouldn't live anywhere else. I love where I live. But anyways, I'm thinking about doing that. It's a little scary. But again, we talk about allowing, and it will just develop if it's supposed to develop. And that's what I'm putting out there. If it's supposed to happen, it's gonna. But if you have any interest in it, put it in the comments below. I love the comments, love the questions, love the interactions with all of you. Have a blessed and glorious day. Bye-bye.